It's time now to dive into Google Ads and see how to create your first campaign, understand all the options. Go to ads.google.com. If you're signing in for the first time or if you don't have an account, you will be prompted to create one. And I'm going to skip all of that because this is not strictly a Google Ads course. And I'm going to go straight into creating a new campaign. So get started, click on all campaigns on the sidebar over here and then click on campaigns, and you'll see this plus icon. This is the button that you need to click to create a new campaign. Let's do that. Google Ads gives you a lot of objectives. The first one, sales. That's the objective you need to target if your prime objective is to sell something, and Google will try to show your ad to as many buyers as possible, people who have buying behavior online and could be interested in your niche based on your targeting. Then you've got leads, and if you're targeting leads, Google is going to show your ads as much as it can to people who actually sign up to places. And website traffic is more about reach, about reaching a maximum number of people who will click that link, go to your site. Then you've got product and brand consideration. This is good for the bigger brands. I don't know if you and me will want to target this because it's all about building a brand identity. And similarly, brand awareness and reach, it's about just reaching the maximum number of people without thinking a lot about their conversion behavior. If they sign up, click, or do they purchase, that's not important. You just want to reach the maximum number of people. And app promotions is for promoting your product inside an app on the Google Play Store, usually Android based, and also some other apps too, but mostly on the Google network. Let's start with traffic because that's one of the most common considerations. It's very common to just target traffic. And if you set up your conversion pixel correctly on your site, you can target sales too, who doesn't want to get sales or leads. So you can actually target any of these. Let's try and start with website traffic. Click on it and you'll be asked to select what type of ad you want to push out. The first type is search ads. Now these ads will be inside of google.com. When people search for something related to your product, your ad might show up there, and this is not something you want to target. Then there's the Google Display Network. This is all the sites that are connected to Google Ads and they're monetizing their sites through Google Ads. So your ad can show up there. It could be a banner image or it could be your text ad. It doesn't matter, but you can propagate it to other sites that are not owned by Google. Then the shopping ad is going to be about products. You will have the product photograph there, the price there, and it's primarily targeted at getting you more sale of your product. But the objective that we want to target is video. We want to run video ads. So at the end you will find video, click on it, and you will see that you're trying to drive conversions with video. It's prompting you to drive conversions. You can do so. So if you want to change your objective right now according to Google, you can, or you can just click on continue. Alright, so this is our campaign setup page. If you want to go back and modify anything, click on this icon over here. Otherwise, give it a name, give your campaign a name, and what is your budget? Do you want a campaign total budget? If you select a total budget, you can put in a number and Google will try to spend that much money across the time range that you select. So if you select a week and you put in 1,000 over here, Google will try to spend 1,000 across the entire week. Typically what we want to do is go for the daily budget, and I think most of the people who are advertisers, they stick to this, but you can do a complete budget too if you're looking for something like that. And maybe we have a budget of 1,000. Now this is Indian rupees, INR, so it's not $1,000. Just wanted to clarify that. And you can have two delivery modes. The first is the standard method of delivery and the second is accelerated. And accelerated means Google will just try to spend all of your money as soon as possible. So it won't spread out your ad across the day. It will just show them as fast as it can. So it's good if you're trying to attract attention to an event that's today, or trying to attract attention to a short-term thing. But if you're really promoting a product, you might not want to do that. You might want to stick to the standard method of propagation because that will even out your ad across the entire day. Then you've got the start date and the end date. You can leave it as it is if you're gonna start immediately, or if you want to select a particular date to start, you can select that too. And the end date is very important. Many times I have forgotten to set an end date and the ad has run past and it's cost me a lot more than it should have. So always set an end date. You can come back and change it later if you want to run it for a longer duration. And so don't worry about it. Set an end date. You will get a notification because Google wants to make money. They're gonna show you a lot of notifications, and make sure you come back and change the end date if you are going to extend the ad. The bidding strategy is either maximizing conversion or targeting a CPA. CPA is cost per acquisition. So when you target a CPA and you put in a number here, like if I put in 150 here or 500, whatever you want, Google will try and get you an acquisition. It could be a sale, a lead at that cost. So if you put in a number that's very low, now that's a dangerous sign. Now that's a problem, because when you're targeting by CPA and your number is too low, and Google realizes, or Google Ads algorithm realizes that they can't get you a conversion at that particular price, they will not run your ads. Your ads will have no exposure, and that's a problem. So always put in the number that's comparable. So if they're asking for 632, I'm gonna put that number in. Typically, and that's typical, at least I have observed that in the ads that I have given, Google will not charge you that much, especially if your ad is good, if people are responding to it, people are buying. You will be actually paying lesser than what you've listed over here, but that is a target. Consider it at the absolute base minimum that you should be ready to pay, and this number you want it here, otherwise Google will not run your ads. If you want to go above it, by all means go above it. If you can afford it, if you're getting the value from your customer that's higher than this, go above it. Google will show your ads to more people. Then you can select the network. We are targeting video ads, so we are only going to show them inside of YouTube videos. And you can also target the languages. If you are a local marketer, pick all the languages that you want to operate in, or you can let it be all languages. Then you can select the location. So if you want to advertise all over the world, do go for it, or it's going to prompt you to advertise in your local country if you've got Google Ads in there. Or you can enter another location. You can put in a country's name or even a state's name, and that will work. So if I enter Florida, that's gonna work too, and I can either target it or exclude it. So if I want to advertise in the entire United States, I can first add United States, the country, and then I can exclude Florida, the state. So my ad will be shown to everybody except the people who live in Florida. So this is a great technique if your product is demographically or geologically limited to a certain place. Then you've got the inventory selection, and I would always say go for the standard inventory. And I've never used expanded inventory because it includes a lot of videos that are sometimes not suitable, and people might not even be ready to pay any money for the ads there. So standard inventory is pretty much standard. It's got all the standard videos that you watch on YouTube. If you go for limited inventory, they're gonna show your videos only on proven content creators that they're sure about, and the videos will be a lot more vetted and monitored. It might increase the quality of the leads you get, but again, the big problem is YouTube might not be able to give you the inventory to scale up. So it's a call. Typically standard inventory will give you good results, and you can choose to exclude your content from any kind of video that you don't want to target. So if you are selling something that's funny, you don't want to target tragedy and conflict videos, because people don't expect to see a funny ad when they're watching a tragic video, maybe about some incident that happened, a typhoon or a cyclone or an earthquake. So you need to make sure that you exclude out all the categories that you don't want to target. So you don't want to target maybe racial issues or sexual suggestive content, whatever you have in your mind that you want to exclude. Go ahead and exclude that and target the videos that you want to target. You can also select to opt out from certain type of videos. So if you don't want to if you don't want to advertise on videos that are embedded on other people's website, you can do so. And that might happen if you are looking for very high quality inventory, people who are actually coming down to YouTube and watching the videos. So you can just go for those videos. If you don't want live streaming videos, I know a lot of videos are being live streamed, even the ones that are not supposed to be live streamed these days. So if you don't want your ad on live stream videos, you can exclude those. Or if you don't want your ad on gaming videos, you can exclude those too. And these are the ratings. So you can exclude videos by ratings, but I would not actually recommend it, because most of the videos are on YouTube are self-rated anyway. And unless you have a reason to exclude yourself from maybe a mature audience, which is usually the customers, actually, you know, the grown-ups are the people who spend the money. So if you're not looking to exclude some of the grown-ups out of your list, you can just go and stick with any kind of, you know, ratings, because you've already excluded most of the videos that you don't want to target in this list. Then you've got some additional settings. If you want to advertise, let's say, on a specific mobile phone like Apple, you can do so. If you want to maybe advertise today on Huawei, telling people that Huawei is you know, pretty much you know, a phone that you got a solution for, you can do that. Or you can actually show, you can also choose how many times to show the ad to people. And it's said often in advertising that people don't buy the first time round. So if you want to target them the first time, the second time, the third time, but you want to give up by the fifth time, you can put a frequency cap at 5 per day or per month, per week, whatever you have in mind, and that will show them the ad the maximum number of times, 5 number of times. After that, it won't show them the ad. So you can choose that to maybe save some money. And if you're talking about videos, you can also have a frequency on the view, cap on the view frequency. So you think people will be viewing a video again and again for some reason, and you don't want to spend your money on them, you can maybe put a cap at 3. So after 3 views, a single person, the same person, won't get your ad. You can also run ads based on a schedule. So this is important, and it could actually be a pretty money saving exercise. And it's a good trick too. Suppose you target the entire world. Now what's going to happen is your clicks are going to be pretty inexpensive, but you will get a lot of traffic from countries that are very low value, or people who won't be doing a lot of purchasing online from you. So what you can do is run your ads to the schedule where your audience is most active. So if you are advertising in the US, target to the US time zones, target when the people, your customers, are awake, they're not too busy, maybe it's not the time to go to work, maybe it's not the time to come home right after work. So target them in a time zone where you think they will be most active, most receptive to your ad, and that could save you a lot of money and also get you more conversions. You can give this an ad group name, in which case you can have multiple ads running in the same group. You can also target demographics, whether you can select the person by gender, by age, by parental status, and by household income. So if you want to target only the top 10% people, do that. If you want to target nearly everybody, you can do that too. And this is for your custom audiences. I have a number of custom audiences in there. So if you have a custom audience, you can just target that too. Or if you don't have one, then it's time to create, because retargeting is amazing. We're going to show you a video on retargeting soon, but not this one. We'll talk about it, but you can retarget people on your list this way. And this is where the targeting starts, the exact targeting starts. The first thing is keywords. You can put in the keywords you want to target, and when people try to search for those keywords on on YouTube, they will see your video, they will see your video ad. But the thing that we want to actually target is placements. But before that, let's have a look at this topics. And these are very generic. If you look at it, the list is very generic. You can target those, but it's likely that your results might be a little inaccurate, not so result oriented, because you're talking to a very wide set of audience. So if you are maybe in a more close-knit, more targeted product, what you want to do is go into placements, and you want to target YouTube channels and YouTube videos. So TubeTarget is actually all about it. It lets you put in a keyword and find the exact videos, the exact channels that are suitable for that keywords. So what you want to do there is either copy the list, bring it to this manually, paste it here and target the exact channels that you want to target, or you can import the CSV file. You can import the entire targeting in a CSV file in a campaign, and it can happen in just 3 seconds. So TubeTarget has everything that you need to do that. But again, what you want to do, and this is the strategy that works the best. If you are in pets product, try and find the exact videos that your target market is watching. If you are selling stuff for, let's say, German Shepherds, try and find videos about German Shepherds, put your ads there, put your ads on those channels, put your ads on those videos. That is perfect targeting, and the result will be your ad will be shown with 100% relevance. You will get more clicks, you will get cheap clicks, you will get more conversions, and you will get cheap conversions. So exactly find the videos that your people want to watch, target as many of them as you can, because what happens is, you think a video has 1 million views, but it might have had 1 million views 2 years ago, and today it maybe only 200 people are watching it every day. So ideally you want to find as many of these videos, as many of these channels as you can, and put them all in this box, every single one of them, so that you get the maximum amount of churn, the maximum inventory possible. And finally, create your video ad, and that's very easy. All you need to do is put in your YouTube URL. You can run any YouTube video as an ad, as long as it belongs to you, of course. So put in the YouTube URL and you are all set. Save and continue. Your campaign is created, your ads will be live. This was the basic overview. We'll talk about specific things in detail later, but I hope this lesson was good enough for you to give you a bird's eye view of what's possible using Google Ads.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and go to technicforce.com for more tools and training.